Hello everyone, welcome back to Ernie Teaches Tennis. Today I'm at our wonderful location here in West Hollywood at La Park Hotel on Melrose. I of course am sponsored by LVBL up here, and I do adult programming as well as beginner programming in case you're interested and are in the Los Angeles area. So today I wanted to talk about a concept comparing baseball to tennis, and I feel like understanding these similarities and differences are really going to help us kind of understand like what the hell am I actually supposed to be doing on like a second by second basis on the court, right? So let's talk about baseball first. So in baseball we have a strike zone, right? Now this strike zone is uniform. It's the same at every stadium, right? You are going to be a batter in a batter's box, and you have to meet the ball in the same location from the same location every single time, right? Now, what we do as beginning tennis players is we swing at balls and we swing at strikes without really any understanding of why we're swinging at what we're swinging at and what we're trying to do like consistently, right? So let's just talk about this, and I feel like it's gonna go a long way in helping you set up your shots appropriately, okay? So number one, let's say we're in our batter's box, we're going to split step, right? Because we're facing the court in tennis, so we're gonna split step, then we're gonna turn the shoulders. Then we're gonna square off the hips if possible, and then I'm gonna get under the ball, and then I'm gonna lift it, right? So, A, some key differences in the baseball swing: above to across, tennis, below to across, right? And B, I'm not starting sideways. I actually have to force myself sideways, starting with my upper body, and then join with the lower body at the same time. Now, the second thing I want you to realize about tennis is not only are you always at bat, but you're also always playing shortstop, right? You are always shifting sideways and turning and then setting and then throwing back. And if you can start to think about the game this way, if you can think about being like a 2-on-2 defender in a game of basketball, rather than just standing, turning, and swinging, you're gonna have so much more success. Now my batter's box is here, and I'm stepping in across the strike zone, right? So if my strike zone is catching a ball in front of me here, I should be setting my batter's box here. If I'm an advanced tennis player, I am getting that ball first by turning, getting low, and then now I'm approaching the strike zone. You have to understand how to field the ball first. I'm fielding this. I'm getting back. I'm fielding this. I'm getting back. I'm moving up. I'm fielding the ball. And the thing to understand in the situation too is that this ball that bounces here, can have all different batter's boxes, right? If it's a topspin ball that's going to be really high, my batter's box, I might have to move it to back here, right? I might have to move back here and wait for that ball to come down for me to catch it in a strike zone, right? Or if this ball is low, maybe my strike zone is up here, right? Maybe now it's got to be up here. Maybe I got to shorten my swing and step in, right? Or maybe that ball is hit with more of an angle and it's actually going that way. So now my batter's box has to be out here, right? So now that my batter's box is there. So you see that it is not about me just ball, hit, let me try it again better. No. You have to understand where you set in the box, right? Like you have to know where's the box supposed to be. So that is something that we can only learn by practicing receiving. Go out to the park and play catch with people. Have drills where you guys are lining up across from each other, and maybe one of you's throwing a ball back and forth at each other and you guys are practicing shifting. But if you don't know how to set this box early, again, you're hopeless, right? So this is something that no one really talks about because they just want to focus on the things like, okay, the swing was late, so let's focus on swinging earlier. It's like, why is the swing late? The swing is late because you're standing in the same spot and you have not been taught how to move your feet and set the box, right? So what makes Alcaraz or Sinner the best is from the second the ball leaves the racket on the other side, they've already decided where their box is going to be. They're like, box, here, boom. Something that we're taught when we get our USTA certifications, when we're first learning how to become teaching pros and kind of how to structure lessons is Most people need to start with the receiving part of drills. And it's so funny because you look at lessons and you see how little people are ever working on their receiving skills. Like if I were to do a class where I'm just throwing a ball to a bunch of adults that are catching it like this, and someone that didn't know about tennis or education saw that, they'd be like, what a ridiculous tennis lesson and a rip-off that is, right? However, if I had two groups of people, one of them was learning how to field the entire time, and the other ones were just standing and getting drop feeds in the same location all the time. If I were to actually start a live game, I guarantee you the people that were learning to receive, they'll figure out the hitting part. The people that were hitting, that didn't learn how to receive, they will not be able to work backwards the other way. So I hope this video was insightful to you. I tried to keep it concise, but I'm passionate about this. But that's Ernie Teaches Tennis. Those are some similarities between baseball and tennis. How to look at fielding, right? Fielding is opening, field it, recover, retrieve it, right? The retrieving part of the game and what we can learn from baseball. And in case you're a kid and you're determining, do I want to play baseball? Do I want to play tennis? Let me just ask you this. Would you rather sit in the dugout or in the outfield waiting for hours before you get an opportunity to do anything? Or would you rather always be playing infield and always bat at the same time? I think that's a pretty sweet deal. So you might want to consider tennis. All right, Ernie Teaches Tennis. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe if you found this video useful. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Thank you.